welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to be installing MangoWC. Now for Mango, it gets very tricky because installing Mango is never enough. You still have to configure your dbus, you have to configure your audio. So there's things that it doesn't tell you. I'm gonna do this sort of the harder way, even though I know how. But this is how I troubleshoot it, so I wanted to kind of show you guys that step. So we'll do sudo xbps install, and then we're gonna do mango WC, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit enter. Let me zoom in for you guys and hit enter. We're gonna enter our password because we're using sudo, and then it's gonna tell us, hey, you're gonna install all these packages here. Make sure you want to install. It's about 9 megs, I think, and we'll go ahead and hit yes, hit enter, and then let this begin to install. All right, that was a pretty quick install. So now, if I try to launch Mango, it's not going to work because they tell me, hey, your XDG is not enabled yet. So in order to do that, you need elongd or elogin. A couple other things that you're going to need is you're going to need Pipewire installed, and you're going to need dbus. I'm going to go ahead and install that all up front because I know those are the things that we need, and I'm not going to try to install one at a time. So we'll do sudo xbps install, and we will do elogin, and this is what controls our XDG runtime directory. We'll do dbus because we need dbus, and then we're going to do pipewire and wire plumber, and then hit enter, and that should be more than enough. Hit yes again, let these next few megabytes kind of come through, and then begin to install and copy and do all the other fun stuff. And once that's done, we will move on to the next step. All right, now this is done. We're going to do mango-p, p. And that's just going to check to make sure that we don't have any errors. Mango-v shows us that we're on 12.8. And so we are good to now launch Mango. So to do that, we're going to do dbus run session. You need to do this here so it could have a dbus enabled, or else it won't be enabled. So dbus run session, and then you're going to type in Mango and hit enter. Oh, yes, this part. Now, the reason why I don't have an XDG runtime directory created yet is because elogin doesn't know that I've logged in yet. So one thing I've realized is I don't have a terminal. By default, Mango uses foot, so we're going to install that. So sudo xbps install, and we'll do foot, hit enter, enter a password, and now we are truly ready to log in. So noob alert. This is what happens when I don't script my videos. Yeah, okay, so we haven't enabled any of this stuff. So we'll do a ls etc sv, and in here you'll see that we have a couple different directories. We have our dbus, we already did the DHCPCD, we have elogin, and then we also have like sshd and a few others. So we want to make sure that these are also over on our other side. So to do that, once again, sudo ln-sf and etc sv, and the first one we're going to do is dbus, and so dbus needs to be over at var service. Oh, I just screwed that up. No, I didn't screw it up. Ooh, I got lucky. All right, so I thought I screwed that up because I forgot my slash over there. Okay, so we have service. And so the next one we want to do now, it's going to be login, and just to be safe, we'll do /service. Oh, such a noob. Okay, var service. And in there we have our elogin and dbus. Now if I exit and log back in, now it's going to work. Yes, I'm pretty much positive of this now. All right, so just to be safe, we'll do echo xdg runtime directory, hit enter, and see, it's there. Whew, okay, now we can do dbus run session mango, and cannot initialize EGL. Fun times. So we are missing our drivers. So in order to do this, we need to install our drivers. So if you go to the documentation and you go to chapter 3.16, you should see something about graphical drivers. I'm on Intel, so I'm going to use the Intel. So we'll do sudo xbps -install, and we need to make sure we have Linux firmware Intel. We also need to make sure that we have a couple other things. So Mesa DRI for driver. We also need to ensure that we have Vulkan. And so to do that, we're going to do Intel Video Accel. And the only other thing we have left, actually, this is it. This is more than enough. And in some cases, you may need the XF86 Video Intel. I don't need it. So I'm going to go ahead and install, hit yes. And now let's try for our next run. And guess what? It actually worked this time. Ooh, okay. Alt-Enter opens up our shell here, and so we are now inside of Mango. So now we are pretty much set up here, and so for the most part, this is not configured. You have Mango here. If you want to add Waybar, if you want to add everything else, you're more than welcome to. I'm not gonna go into that. I may do a .files of my setup here in the near future. If I do that, then I'll be more than happy to then go ahead and do a video on that. But for the most part, you know, at this point it's a canvas. You draw what you want. You want to add Waybar, add Waybar. You want to add Mako, add Mako. You want to add Sway, OSD, and all that fun stuff. You're more than welcome to. But for the goal here was how do you install Mango? And so I've kind of showed you that this is on X11, and yeah, enabling those services. So hopefully, you know, all that is good. I may make another video on just the full configuration of how I set up my setup, but for the most part, this should be more than enough. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.